and we are calling it iPhone.
The iPhone has always had an infamous mute switch ever since the original model, and now it's being confirmed that Apple is getting rid of it finally after over 16 years. And I know some of you hate that news, but don't worry because it's gonna be a lot better than you think. So in this video, I'm gonna dig deep into these brand new leaked CADs shared to us by Shrimp Apple Pro on Twitter. But first, I do wanna go through some other leaks that were just released. Now, I know last week, Ice Universe released some groundbreaking news that the iPhone 15 Pro Max will have the smallest or thinnest bezels out of any phone ever, breaking the current record of 1.81 millimeters on the Xiaomi 13. Now it's gonna be 1.55 on the brand new 15 Pro Max. We even saw the actual cover glass in a leak right here, showing how incredibly thin it is. And just today, Sony Dixon showed off the comparison between the regular models and the new 15 Pro Max. Right here, you can see how thin it is on these two models on the right, insanely thin compared to a bit thicker on the left, which I believe this is gonna be the bezel on the regular iPhone 15 model, similar to the 14 Pro right now. But the main thing you are here for is this new button, and the important piece of news is that you can see it right here. It no longer switches back and forth. However, the regular iPhone 15 model is going to continue having the old mute switch, as you can see in these CADs right here for the regular 15. So the Pro models are gonna get that exclusively. So now let's jump into this actual video and just taking a look at them. As you can see right here in this video, we got the new redesign with the flat sides that have a curve going into the glass, 2.5D glass, which is gonna be awesome. And right here, you can see that button sticking out right here on the side, right next to the new volume rocker button. Yes, that confirms that on the Pro models, we will no longer have a volume up and down button. It'll be one long kind of rocker style button, as you can see. And Ming Chi Kuo has already confirmed that it will no longer have a volume button that's physical. Yes, it's gonna be solid state, just like Touch ID is right now, as well as this trackpad, which doesn't physically move. It just has a vibration motor behind it to make it seem like a click. So the new 15 Pro models will actually have 3 different Taptic engines. The main one that it already has right now, and then 2 more, one for the volume rocker side and one for the power button side, because all of that is no longer gonna be physical. But as far as this brand new mute button, you can see that it's no longer a switch that moves side to side. It's gonna be an actual button that you can click. So this basically confirms that after 16 long years, we are not having a switch anymore. This is by far the biggest redesign to that mute switcher button ever. Now, of course, this is gonna disappoint quite a few of you, including myself, because I love switching it back and forth. It's just so addictive and it feels awesome to feel that haptic motor. But I think Apple is gonna be doing something great with that new button. I believe that it is gonna be acting just like the Apple Watch Ultra's action button that we have right now, which can be programmable to a bunch of different tasks or apps. I think Apple is bringing the action button to the iPhone right where the mute switch used to be. So you're gonna be able to click it once, maybe even click and hold to do some kind of other action or some kind of other app. You could use it to open maybe your camera app or some other app that you program, because right now, some people just leave it on mute and don't touch it. They just leave it there and it's just sitting there as kind of a wasted button. So why not turn it into a programmable action button? I think that would be a genius move from Apple to do. Now, the only issue with this new leak is that Unknowns21 has said that his sources say this is a fake render. So they took issue with the apparent lack of detail in the port area. Now, if you didn't already know, Unknowns21 was the one who leaked the official real image of an iPhone 15 Pro with titanium being used, as you can see right here, and of course USB-C. However, thankfully, Ian Zelbo did come out and say that case CADs have always looked like that, where they kind of lack detail because they don't really have to have specific detail if it's just for cases. And of course, we do know that Ian Zelbo works on a lot of renders and he's very, very detailed. He's actually working on these awesome renders of the 15 Pro models with insane amounts of detail, so he should know what he's talking about. And once again, right here in Ian's render, you can see how that new redesigned edge merges with the glass panel, just like it does on the Apple Watch. That's gonna look amazing. But either way, if Apple does give us a new programmable action button instead of the mute switch, I think a lot of people are gonna be very, very happy. And keep in mind, this is not coming to the regular iPhone 15. That's gonna keep the old switch. So it's gonna make more and more people want to upgrade to the Pro models. Finally, I wanna finish off with some leaks of the A17 Bionic chip. We have about 3,019 points for single thread or single core, which is much more realistic compared to the leaks that I leaked previously, which a lot of people said were fake. Sorry about that if they are. This looks to be more realistic, and this multi-thread score is also really, really good, almost as fast as an M1 MacBook Air in your pocket in your iPhone. And now as far as pricing for the new iPhone 15 lineup with that new redesign and USB-C, the manufacturing costs are rumored to be around 21% higher than the iPhone 14 series, and that of course is going to come to that new design, or things like the Pro models getting an improved LiDAR scanner, and all the other changes that are coming, like the titanium metal, the extra RAM, like for example getting 8 gigabytes finally on the Pro model. We needed that because sometimes apps still do close down, so that is going to be a big help. Also, the fact that we're getting new, more efficient OLED displays across the entire lineup, that's gonna help them not heat up as much, where the new iPhone 14 Pro that we have right now, that does a much better job than before, but it does still sometimes overheat and dim down, so that is gonna be a welcome help. But the one I'm really excited for is the periscope lens coming to the iPhone 15 Pro Max model. That is gonna be awesome because it's gonna give you from about 3x to 6x optical lens zoom, at least according to Ming-Chi Kuo, which he is actually very, very accurate. So now we're finally gonna have much better zoom shots on an iPhone. You can see how it works right here. You basically have an internal piece of glass or many lenses that kind of bounces off of a mirror, so it gives you extra range, like up to 6x optical. That is gonna be amazing. That's gonna make them more expensive, and because of that, I do believe that the Pro models at least will be getting a price jump of about $100, maybe even more, but 100 sounds pretty good to me. I'm not sure about the regular iPhone 15 models, but maybe we see a jump by maybe 50 bucks, something like that. But it is gonna be more expensive in my opinion. And I think it's actually gonna be worth it with those changes, especially with an action button. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, let me know down in the comment section below, and click the circle above to subscribe for more videos like this one. Definitely check out one of those two right there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.